Kelly Hughes. Well, love is a burning thing, but it makes a fiery ring. Well, bound by wild desires, I fell into a ring of fire. Sing with me. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went up higher. But it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. The horn section goes. Sweet, when hearts like ours beat. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. Here we go. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went up higher. But it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. Somebody make some noise at AZ today. Come on. Yeah. Sweet. Go. Fiddle, man. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went up high. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Here we go, song go. Swing. How y'all feeling today, y'all? Look at this, biggest crowd ever in Parker, Arizona, right here. How many were here the first time we did it? The first time we done her here. What happened was we howl at the moon, all right? And folks that don't know what we're doing, we're waiting for the moon to come up, and it's going to come up right where some knucklehead parked his bus. So you're probably going to get an extra half an hour. I know. And so, let me give you the quick story if you've never heard this before, and I will play the song Arizona Moon while we're here, okay? And then when the moon comes up, we whip into the song, everybody dances. So this is what happened. I play in a band in Idaho, up there, all right? I started singing at the age of 14. Get your daylight driver's license in Idaho. And I remember I called up the bar in Coeur d'Alene. I said, I want to come down and I want to sing for your jam session. I'm 14 years old in the 9th grade, but I got my driver's license. This guy says, no. So I called the next town out of town. The next little town was Rafter. I called up there, can I get in and do your jam session? I'm 14. And he said, no. So I called the bar called the Garwood Tavern. It's one of them bars like the Desert Bar. It's so far out of town, nobody gives a damn. I said, I'm 14 and I got my driver's license. And he said, come on down and bring your parents. So my family showed up and they drank the place dry. The guy offered me $30 a weekend to come back and bring my family. They're all just getting here late. Raise your hands. There's my oldest brother, Mike, in the back, right there. Raise your hands, Michael. Michael, raise your hands. Raise your hands. Mike, raise your hands. Tell he doesn't even know where I'm at. Next in line is my brother, Pat. Well, he's lost. Where's Whitey? He's the blonde one. He's in the back. There he is. And then the next one down that used to beat me up is my brother, Brett, right there. Give him a nice hand. All right, so I come to Arizona. I'm drinking in a bar. You got here late, sir. Your chairs are over there. Sorry about that. Oh, you got chairs? All right, you're drinking, you're spilling your... It's his first time, everybody. This is the guy that taught me how to drive truck in my semi-truck right there. Steady Eddie from Idaho. All right, let me get back before we lose this story. I'm drinking in a bar in Yuma. This Mexican feller named Oscar. Oscar's having a few drinks, and he says, you got to go to the tree, you got to go to the tree. And he goes, we go on full moon, full moon. And after a while that day, that afternoon, I said, let's go see this tree. So we drove out to the end of 48th Street, and there's a tree, a fire pit there, and nothing else. And I told him, I'm going to bring my speaker and a Honda generator, and we'll have a party under this tree. And it'll be full moon, and we'll howl at the moon. So that first time, we had 54 people underneath that tree. I had a damn good time. And then I told him, I said, I'll see you guys next month. So I left, and I was driving out there a month later. Traffic was a little heavier towards that tree. There's 175 seniors underneath the tree. By the fourth month, we had over 400 of us under one tree, no restrooms or nothing like that. So I decided we'd move it up onto BLM land. So I took 700 people up to the desert on the BLM land. And I'm playing by myself, I'm jamming out, and the next thing I know, the cops show up. 3 cop trucks show up. And when a police officer come around, I decided I would, because I was wireless and you all were dancing, I thought I would whip into this number. Walking through a party in the county jail, prisoners have their beginning well. Well, he didn't find that funny. He got out of his truck and he came over and tapped me on the shoulder. He said, put that guitar down. He goes, what are you doing out here? And I said, sir, we're howling at the moon. We're howling at the moon, right? And he goes, no, really, what are you doing? And that's when I wanted to tell him my famous line of all time. I wanted to say, sir, I run a senior daycare and we're on a field trip. Take us to jail. We moved back. He let me not go to jail. I couldn't sell a CD that day, and after going to jail, I sold $600 in 15 minutes. Right? Johnny Cash got the right idea. So we moved her back down to the party tree. That's when I wrote the song, and we recorded it and put it on the album. And anyway, this Arizona moon thing is absolutely out of control. So thank you so much for coming out, everybody. This is called